Okay, thank you, Mrs. Nadifa. So we are here now to carry out about parallel session 2. Okay, I will start with Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu. Introduce me. I am Lisandra Maulidia, who will act as the moderator of the second session of the parallel in room 2. First, let me read the rules in parallel this session. 1. All participants, please turn off the audio. 2. All participants are on camera. 3. Each participant is given a presentation time of 5 minutes with a maximum of 2 questions written in the chat room. So I hope you can be on camera. Baik, perkenalkan saya Lisandra Maulidia yang pada siang hari ini akan bertindak selaku moderator pada paralel sesi kedua di room 2. Izinkan saya membacakan peraturan dalam paralel sesi kali ini. Pertama, semua peserta diharapkan untuk mematikan audio. 2. Semua peserta diharapkan untuk on kamera. 3. Masing-masing peserta diberikan waktu presentasi sebanyak 5 menit dengan batasan maksimal 2 pertanyaan. As for the presenters who will appear, I will call them based on the order in the schedule that was previously given by the committee. Adapun presenter yang nantinya akan tampil akan saya panggil berdasarkan urutan dalam schedule yang sebelumnya telah diberikan oleh panitia. Okay, to cut the time, I will start from the first presenter. To Urip Triwijayanti, this time is yours. I think she is not in here with us. Okay, let's continue to the next presenter. Please welcome Mr. Kudratullah. Okay, next presenter. Please welcome Mrs. Maria Gayatri.
Okay. Moderator, can you help me to show the presentation?
Okay.
Okay, can you help me to slideshow? May I start? Hello, moderator. May I start from the first one?
Yes, Mrs. Maria Gayatri, this time is yours.
Okay, in the first slide, please. First slide, please, before. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Maria Gayatri. I'm from Badan Kependudukan dan Keluarga Berencana Nasional in Jakarta. Today, I would like to present about does a cesarean affect breastfeeding initiation. This is based on the evidence among women who delivered in health facilities. Okay, next. The benefit of breastfeeding to the baby is the first one. Breastfeeding contain perfect nutrition and then prevent the infection and also develop natural immunity and also emotional bonding. And for the mothers, breastfeeding can reduce post-delivery bleeding and anemia, and also used for child spacing and protective effect against breast and ovarian cancer. Early initiation of breastfeeding is breastfeeding that given to the baby within 1 hour after delivery, and it is one of the public health challenges. The C-section is associated with delayed in early initiation of breastfeeding and also decrease in the success of the breastfeeding. Therefore, the research question in this conference is, does cesarean section affect breastfeeding initiations? Evidence from women who delivered in health facilities. Next, please. This research is based on Indonesian National Demographic Health Survey 2017, and then the inclusion criteria is mothers aged 15 until 49 years who gave birth to the youngest children in the last 24 months living with the mothers, and also who delivered a live baby in health facilities. The dependent variable is early initiation of breastfeeding, and the predictors is some socioeconomic factors like mode of delivery, age, education, occupation, wealth status, place of residence, and also the analysis using logistic regression. Next, please. The result is the first one. About 23% of the participants delivered with cesarean delivery. Sorry. Yes, okay. And then about 60% of the women who delivered in health facility reported practicing early initiation of breastfeeding. And then women with cesarean delivery were less likely to practice breastfeeding initiation. And then older women and non-working women were found to have higher probabilities to practice breastfeeding initiation. Okay, next. Next, okay. Cesarean delivery is related to delayed initiation of breastfeeding. The effect of anesthesia during cesarean delivery, prolonged labor, and also maternal-infant separation, and critical condition of mothers and newborn after cesarean section may delay the practice of early initiation of breastfeeding. And then multiparous women are more likely to practice initiation breastfeeding, and non-working women also more likely to practice initiation of breastfeeding. Next, please. And then the conclusion is maternal age, working status, and also type of delivery were significantly influencing early initiation of breastfeeding. And then counseling is a key factors to address important challenges and contexts for breastfeeding. And then the promotion of benefits of breastfeeding needs to be improved, and then the guidelines are needed to improve the practice of initiation breastfeeding and reduce the breastfeeding difficulties, especially among mothers who delivered via cesarean delivery. And then create a nutrition website women can access for correct information on breastfeeding. Okay, thank you. That's the last one for my presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for the interesting presentation. Okay, then I open the question session with a maximum of 2 questions. Please, if other presenter have the questions for Mrs. Maria Gayatri. Okay, Mrs. Ari Pratiwi, please write your questions in the chat room. Any questions? Mrs. Ari Pratiwi, may I know your questions? Okay. The questions is, oh, it is the interesting presentation. I have cesarean section for the last two daughter. Unfortunately, it is because the doctor not the patient who want this section. How about that?
Okay. Thank you for the question, Ibu Ari Pratiwi. This research is based on my experience. I'm doing cesarean section 2 for my only son, and then it's because of the health condition, because of the doctor say that it's too difficult to have the normal delivery, so I must do the cesarean section. And then after the cesarean section, it's true, I cannot do early initiation of breastfeeding, or in Indonesia it's like inisiasi menyusui dini, because of the health condition of the baby and also myself. I need some times to recovery after the anesthesia and also after the cesarean section. So I have delivered in 8 a.m. in the morning, but I just meet my son, my baby, for the first time. It's about at 18 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's delay about 10 hours. Then I can see and meet and also hug my son after after the cesarean delivery. So that's why I think it is important for us to improve how we can encourage mothers and also the health practices to improve the initiation of breastfeeding among mothers who have cesarean delivery, especially for mothers and children and babies who do not have any health problems like that. For example, if the baby have health problems like low birth weight or something that dangerous, so it can be there is a separation between mothers and babies, so we cannot practice the initiation of breastfeeding. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay. Is the answer clear?
I mean about the breastfeeding, it is not about the mother who do not want to breast, but about the breast. Yeah, the same one with me. That's the policy from the doctor and also from the hospital. Related to the health condition of the mothers and also the babies. That also happened to me when my son should be put in the incubator and I still in the operation room, so I cannot give the initiation of breastfeeding. But I think it's not good, but I think it's better for our health. I mean for the stabilize of me and also my son. That's why and then what should I do next? I still continue to have an exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. So I think I'm failed to give the initiation of breastfeeding after delivery, but I have successful to have exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months and continue to breastfeed until 2 years for my baby. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the answer. How is it the answer clear? Okay. Well, thanks for the answer, Mrs. Maria Gayatri. Then we will move on to the next presenter. Thank you. Okay. The next presenter is, please welcome Mrs. Mirna Ayu Irpadila. Okay. The next presenter is Mrs. Nadifah Nur Hafsyah.
Yes, yes, ma'am, I'm here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We not still receive your slideshow.
Oh,
So
but I've already sent it to the committee about 2 days ago. Uh, or just
okay.
I share the screen by me.
Please share the slideshow by yourself.
Okay, okay. Mhm. Okay. It's all. Is it already seen by the
Yes.
audience? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Um.
You can
Okay.
start it.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon for everybody, the audience, and also the moderator. Um, Here I would like to presenting about the research with the title is A Challenge in Parenting, the relation between parenting stress and regulation emotion and parent with preschool children. So become a parent is a gift for every parent, but wait, I'm still okay. So become a parent is a gift for every parent, but sometimes there's difficulties when the parent doing their role as a parent. So sometimes the difficulties makes stress to the parent, and it makes parents feeling stressed and feeling demands. So because of that role, the parents should have emotion regulation so they can control their parenting stress. So this research is actually about the relation between parenting stress and regulation emotion in parents who had preschool children. The method is this research is actually correlation correlation research that using purposive sampling techniques that involves 142 parents across Indonesia. This research is using ERQ, emotion regulation emotion by Gross and John, and using parenting stress scale by by Berry and Jones, that already adapted by Pratiwi in 2019. So the procedure of the research is using by online self-report questionnaire that was distributed through the social media and groups. So we distributed the questionnaire, and the parents who including in the criteria would like to take the questionnaire. So this is the result and discussion. For the normality test, the data normally distributed, and the linearity is the correlation uh, between the variable is linear. This, and also we know that from the data that there's correlation between independent and dependent variable, that the independent is regulation emotion and the dependent is parenting stress. For the discussion is the higher emotional regulation ability than the lower parenting stress. This means that parents' ability to regulate their emotion has relation with their parenting stress experiences. Also, in the Srivianti research in 2020, it's also say uh, that there is a negative correlation between regulation emotion and parenting stress with parent in the middle school. So that means that different age of children is doesn't it doesn't affect the result. Uh, uh, it means uh, it means in the in this it means in this research that say if the parents have a better better regulation emotion, then lower the parenting stress. It means that parents should practice the regulation emotion for reduce their parenting stress. The limitation of this research is not confirming the parents whether caring their children by their own self directly or receive interference by others such as grandparents or babysitter. Maybe that's from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for the interesting presentation. Okay, then I open a question session with a maximum of 2 questions. If any presenters want to ask Mrs. Nadifa, please let us know and write in the comment in Zoom chat. Okay, there's questions from Mrs. Maria Gayatri. What do you think about the changes in the emotional regulation ability and parental stress during home learning in the COVID-19 pandemic time? Jadi, apa pendapat Anda tentang perubahan kemampuan pengaturan emosi dan stres orang tua selama pembelajaran di rumah pada waktu pandemi COVID-19?
Okay, so thank you for Mrs. Maria Gayatri for the question. We're actually we're not involved some moderator, so we just see the relation between regulation emotion and parenting stress in general. So we're not.
You can also answer by the Indonesian language.
I really sorry karena gini, jadi kita hanya meneliti parenting stress dan juga regulasi emosi secara umum. Jadi kita tidak memasukkan moderator variabel moderator lain seperti misalnya keadaan pandemi seperti itu. Mungkin ini bisa menjadi saran penelitian selanjutnya karena memang yang diteliti hanya parenting stress dan juga regulasi emosi pada orang tua yang memiliki anak usia prasekolah secara umum seperti itu. Jadi ya tidak. Jadi kami masih belum meneliti tentang hal tersebut. Terima kasih.
How is the answer clear, Mrs. Maria Gayatri? Okay. One questions again. Okay, I think there's no questions again. So thank you so much for your presentation, and we will next to the next presenter. Thank you. Okay, the next presenter after Mrs. Nadifa is Mrs. Dewi Ekowati. I think she's not here with us. Next, Insan Shani. Insan Shani. Okay. Next, Intan Puspitasari. Okay. Next is Suci Andari. Next, Eka Setiawati. The next, Vita Rusdian Ikawati. Okay, the last one is Dea Intan Puspitasari. please be on camera and unmute. Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Yes. Okay, wait for a minute. We will share your slideshow.
Okay.
Okay. Mrs. Dea, this time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, all. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dea Intan Puspitasari. I'm from Universitas Negeri Semarang. Please next for the title. Okay. Today, I want to present my paper about developing socialization process in early childhood through playing. Please next. The reason why we choose this topic is the first is playing and children are a unity that is commonly claimed in places. Playing and children are like a whole for both traditional and games. And the second, traditional games are slowly disappear. And then the third is the benefits of playing traditional games. And then the fourth, preserving culture. And the fifth is media for the development of early childhood socialization. Okay, next. Early childhood. Based on an AEYC, the age is from birth to 8 years and based on CDIGNAS from birth until 6 years old. Socialization process. Socialization as a social process where individuals get the formation of attitudes to behave according to the behavior of those around them. Suryono Sukanto. Games. Playing activities are activities carried out on the basis of fun and without seeing the final result. Solution of the problem. The first is socializing with friends, and then managing strategies and agility, speed, teamwork, and then balance, dexterity, memorization, power, and physical. Please next. The conclusion. Playing is a natural process to develop children development. Children will tend to to take related to toys. With the change of age, children often play various modern games and leave traditional games. It worries us as adults about the socialization process of children. The occurrence of the children's socialization process is an important role in actualizing their social development. And social development is the acquisition of the ability to behave according to the social demands. By playing, children will get to know their surroundings better. Hence, traditional games are the right answer for these problems. Traditional games will become a medium for children in the process of developing socialization. Apart from being a media for developing the socializing ability of children, playing traditional games can also be a step in order to make the nation proud as to preserve the culture of Indonesia. Okay, thank you for the attention. Any question?
Thank you for the interesting presentation. Okay, then I open a question session with a maximum of 2 questions. Okay, there's a question from Mrs. Maria Gayatri. During the pandemic, Okay. Early childhood children have limited time to play due to physical distance. What is your recommendation for these children to keep socialization and playing? We are sorry, your voice. Please unmute first. Okay.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Mrs. Maria Gayatri, for the question. I think in this pandemic, sometimes in some areas there are by this pandemic, like in my village, the children still play around. And when it comes from children that are in the regions that most impacted from this pandemic, I think it can be changed with playing with the family members. I think like that, ma'am.
Okay. Is the answer clear, Mrs. Maria Gayatri? Okay. Thank you for the questions. Any questions? There's still one chance again to ask Mrs. Dea. Okay, may I know again about the title? So, the Mrs. Dea title is Cultivating Awareness on the Rights of Children with Special Needs.
Not not
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
because
Can you?
there is
Okay,
a mistake from sending the file is being ketukar sama file yang udah terbit gitu. Jadi sudah saya ganti yang tadi.
okay. Can you write the
Judulnya
title? Can you write the title? Okay, Mrs. Ari Pratiwi.
yes.
This is the Mrs. Dea's title. Any questions? Okay, the questions is it different between playing in early childhood and school children's process? I mean, and the socialization.
I'm sorry.
No.
Can the question be repeated? I'm sorry, Kak. Bisa diulang pertanyaannya?
We are sorry, Mrs. Ari Pratiwi. Can you repeat the questions about the socialization?
Yes. May I open the mic?
Yes, please.
Okay. The title is Developing Socialization Process in Early Childhood Through Playing. I want to know, is it different how to develop socialization process in early childhood and school children? I mean, for early childhood, maybe they not go to school, so how to develop socialization uh, between them?
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for the question. I think there are some different because early childhood is counted from birth to age 6 or 8, but I think in family environment, di lingkungan sekitarnya gitu ya Mem, itu saya kira anak-anak usia dini juga bermain dengan orang-orang di sekitarnya. Mungkin perbedaannya, the difference is in the lingkup pergaulannya gitu, Ma'am.
Okay, may I ask one more?
Okay.
Miss Moderator? Yeah.
Of course.
The interesting one is because you said about traditional play. Am I right? You
Yes.
mentioned about traditional play. Yeah, because I don't see it in the title, so I asked about the purpose of the research or the article. I mean, in the title, you didn't say about traditional play, but in the PowerPoint, you mentioned about traditional play. So, is it specific for the traditional play, or you mentioned about anything in play?
It's specific for traditional playing, ma'am.
Oke, baik, terima kasih. Mungkin kalau saya boleh saran, itu berarti judulnya mungkin lebih menarik ketika itu disebutkan gitu tentang traditional play. I mean, in this international, because it is international seminar, people would like to know about our traditional play, so it will be good if you mention about traditional play. Just for my 2 cents. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the addition.
Thank you so much for the suggestions. Okay. I think Mrs. Dea is the last presenter.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, if there are participants I haven't called to make a presentation, please send a message via Zoom chat room to me. Okay, if not, I will close the parallel session for room 2 today. But before I end this room, can you all on camera for the documentation?
Excuse me, Miss Moderator. After this,
Yes.
what's next? After this, we should go to another room or we can leave?
No, after this, you can leave and wait for the certificate sent by the committee.
Okay. If I have, we are both of us here, can we just have 2 certificates or we just have 1?
You will receive one certificate for the presenter.
But 2 names, right?
Yes.
Okay. SP articles.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, thus the parallel 2 round 2 session has ended. Sorry if there are a lot of mistakes during my quiet in this parallel session. Thank you for all presenters who have attended and presented the material. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye. Izin lift ya.
Ya, Bu.